precious souls. Welcome to Infinite Union. I'm Aura, and this is a podcast on twin flames. For more videos, don't forget to subscribe. So, while it can truly get confusing on this journey, this wonderful, beautiful twin flame journey, there are some things that you should really keep in mind that they could be confusing to many of you. And I know some of these things that I'm going to be talking about in this podcast, a lot of you can relate to this. So one of the first that I would like to talk about is the fact that we tend to label our twin flame. We label them by either calling them our friend, thinking that we can just be friends with our twin flame, and then we also label them romantically in the 3D. So the twin flame journey isn't about a 3D relationship. And nor is it about waking up every day next to someone you love and living happily ever after, which that does come into play, but it's more than that. This journey is more than just that. It's connecting to yourself on a much more deeper level. And it's nothing compared to a soulmate, and it's nothing compared to a karmic relationship or a romantic relationship in general, because in all reality, when you accepted this mission before entering into the physical, you chose to awaken, and you chose to awaken to your true self. Not to depend on anyone else, not to look for external validation, but to look within, to turn within, to seek these answers, and to also combine yourself with your twin flame. So, and as you do so, all your problems will fade in the background. It won't really be about the kind of job that you have, the amount of money that you are making. It won't be about anything like that. It won't even be about materialistic things. I've also seen twin flames label their twin flame as a friend without really realizing who they are, like without even really knowing that this person is their twin flame in general. They label this person their friend or their best friend, thinking that they can just be friends with this person, when in fact they are their twin flame and they haven't truly awakened to the fact that this individual is their twin flame. So that is another misunderstanding. And another misunderstanding that I would like to include in this podcast is the fact that twin flames do not separate. So at any given time, if you are questioning whether or not someone is your twin flame, and you are actually in physical union with this individual, you're romantically involved, and you're questioning whether or not this person is your twin flame. So, going back to the aspect of separation with twin flames, I have seen a lot of twin flames separate. Okay, and if you have not separated from your twin flame, or this person that you're questioning in general, then you probably are not. So a lot of times twin flames do separate, and I have included that in one of my previous videos that it is most certainly necessary for twin flames to separate, because there is a point in time where the energy is so intense and it is so magnified, and there's just this whole aspect of it. And you're probably seeing the picture that I'm posting right now while I'm talking about this, but it's just very much intense for the other twin flame. So you have to understand that the separation is most certainly necessary. So do remember, twin flames are a process. You separate to experience that. You separate to grow and develop. And you also separate because it's part of the journey. It is part of this spiritual process. There is also another misconception I would like to throw out there is that you need to be in physical union to activate your twin flame journey or your whole mission here. So, and this is just simply madness thinking that scenario in general. That's like saying you can't move forward without someone else, or you can't go to work without your mom or your dad, or you can't really do all of those things without another individual. I mean, you can't do them without like a boss, but another, that's a bad analogy. I would like to just say you cannot vacuum the floor without plugging it in. Okay? That is a true statement right there. I mean, you can roll the vacuum cleaner on the floor and all, but you can't really do it without plugging it in, right? So, that is most definitely important, but a lot of times we feel like we need that individual. We feel like we need that physical aspect of it. So the love that you have for your twin flame is also part of the mission, and individual missions appear when you are operating from a heart center. So as you are developing and growing and expanding, a lot of these small missions will come up for you as well, especially as a twin flame. There are many others, of course, but I would like to talk about a lot of these misconceptions that come up on this twin flame journey. So here's another one too. I need to help my twin flame awaken, heal, and progress so that I can fasten the process. So I can make this process go by faster. I can go through this spiritual journey. I can reunite with my twin flame. I need to hurry up and do this. Why? Why do you need to hurry up and make this spiritual journey? It needs to go by faster because I need to be with them. No, you don't. Enjoy each moment. Enjoy the moments that you have now. Enjoy the experiences, because that's what this journey is all about. It is all about experiences and experiencing the unknown. If we knew everything that was about to occur or about to happen, life would be kind of boring. But at the same time, speeding things up, that is when we it gets to a point where it becomes too burdening for us to speed everything up and hold everything like that and try to control everything. But when you let go, that is when you start to enjoy the journey a lot more. Here's another one I would like to throw out there as well. I am spiritually ahead. It is them who now need to come up to my level. So, I believe I did talk about this in some of my other videos. Yes, there is an older twin flame and there's a younger twin flame. The older twin flame is spiritually advanced, but at the same time, the other twin flame is as well. So you both do have these gifts. So it's not that you're more spiritually talented than the other one. No, that's not true. You're both spiritually talented, but at the same time, this statement right here, I am spiritually ahead. It is them who now need to come up to my level. That is totally incorrect. They are running for a reason. They are running from this connection for a reason. And so here's another one too that I would like to throw out there. The only thing stopping our connection is the spouse. The spouse is the villain and ruining our connection. So, if you really believe that, and beliefs can go a long way on this journey. And that is not just in this case or for the twin flame journey. those beliefs will carry with you throughout your entire life. So if you constantly believe something like that, if you constantly believe, let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say if you constantly believe every day that you're going to wake up and have a flat tire, then, eventually it's going to come to that. It's going to come to that where you're going to wake up every single day, get in your car, and your tire is going to be flat. So that is a reflection, okay? And as we are, feeling these things on the inside, outer reality as well. So, keep believing that you're going to see a lot more of that, okay? Here is another one too. Here's another statement too that I think a lot of twin flames might say. I need to hold on to my life till my twin flame returns. I need to sit here and sit still and wait for them to return in order to move on this journey. That is the way that this process goes, and that is absolutely incorrect. And if that is what you are doing, you are totally doing it absolutely wrong. You do not sit there and wait for them. You keep going. You keep moving forward because things are going to happen very quickly. You'd be surprised. 1 minute it is 2 days, and then the next minute it is 5 months, 5 years, 7 years, 8 years since you have seen your twin flame. So, bottom line here, you don't just sit there and wait for them, and you don't hold on to things while you are on this journey. It is time to let go. It is time to surrender. It is time to keep on moving forward. Another thing too is I don't know how many times I have also seen twin flames truly believe that hanging on to, this is another thing I wanted to throw out, hanging on to everything, including hanging on to their everyday careers or hanging on to their everyday jobs, that this is the answer on this journey, that I need to go to this career in order to advance on this journey. Well, like attracts like. So if that is what you truly believe, then on the inner, on the outer, that can kind of play a role here. But at the same time, it's not even about that. It is about spiritually developing. It is about being your truest self. That is what it is truly about. Because once you detach from everything, including everything happening around you, maybe there are some things happening around you that are going incredibly wrong, and we need to see something happen in order for something else to happen. This is when you start to release the control. You have to release the control, because if you don't do that, you're going to drive yourself crazy. All right. Here is another one too that I would like to throw out there. I am the one who is suffering, and my unawakened twin gets away with everything and enjoys his life. That is absolutely incorrect too. That is a serious misconception that a lot of twin flames I believe I've seen a lot of twin flames kind of say here and there. So, you're not the one suffering. Believe it or not, they are too. Okay? Believe it or not, they are too, especially during the journey. So don't think that, that's the case, that they're just doing this, they're just doing that. No, you have to detach from that. You have to detach from those types of thoughts, because those types of thoughts are not going to get you, they'll get you on your twin flame journey. It'll eventually catch up to you. That's the thing. As you continue on this journey, those types of thoughts will continue to catch up to you. It'll catch up to you, and eventually you'll have to release those thoughts and let them go. Here is another one. I have actually a couple more here that I'm going to share. This is a very long podcast, but meditation and healing are inner work which will lead to union. So there are spiritual practices that you can do and develop every single day. And these practices go a long way, but also at the same time you're doing all this meditation, you're doing all this quote unquote healing, inner child healing, all of that. But a lot of the times it's like, well, if I do all of this inner work, is this going to bring my twin flame back? Okay, so here's the thought right there. Are you really doing it just to be with your twin flame, or are you doing it for yourself? Because bottom line, your twin flame is you. So what you're actually doing is mirroring back to your twin flame. Like, that's exactly what you're doing in that thought process right there. So that's, if the intention is to just bring back your twin flame, you're not really going to get very far with that. But you do have to understand this is a very lonesome journey sometimes. This can be one of those journeys that you are like, you feel as if you're in a maze, or you feel like you're not really getting anywhere, but bottom line, you are. You do see results. You do see things happen very quickly. You see changes kind of happen very quickly as well. One minute you're in this career for, I want to say 5 to 6 years, and then the next minute you're moving on to something else. So you really have to not base it off of certain things. You really just have to base it off of your own judgment. You have to kind of detach from it all. And it is very hard to do that. And it's a learning experience, of course. You kind of grasp the aspect of detaching from everything, because what is the point on holding on to outcomes? There's no point in that. Here is another one I would like to throw out there. Twin flame union is about getting together physically and staying under one roof happily ever after. So this is also the misconception about twin flames that people tend to kind of throw out there a lot. It's about a family. It's about getting together. It is about the white picket fence and the white house and, the little yard and the 5 kids that we're going to have. No, it isn't. Because it is about the journey itself. That's what it's about, the journey itself, before you unite with your twin flame, because it just doesn't end there even when you're in union with your twin. It doesn't just end there. So think about that, and think about that statement. Twin flame union is about getting together physically and staying under one roof. No, that's not what it's about. And if that's what you think it's about, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. Go listen to another podcast. Just kidding, guys. But anyways, so, and also one thing that you should really think about too is your twin flame is you. Your twin flame is you in another body. They're going to keep coming back. They're going to keep returning to trigger you. That is the whole point of them running and chase. That's the whole point of the running, chasing concept. But also, it is the realization that that doesn't even exist anymore. There are no labels. There are no, there is no running, chasing. The aspect is you running away from yourself. That is what that means, basically. That's why a lot of twin flame coaches mention about the runner chaser thing, because there's a lot of times where we have this conception of, why are they running away from me? Well, why are you running away from yourself? Why do you need them in order to feel any type of validation? You don't. That's why a lot of twin flame coaches and a lot of twin flame spiritualists and a lot of people in the YouTube community that talk about not needing them, because you really don't. You don't need them. And that's what this twin flame journey is all about, realizing that you don't really need them. Here is another one that I would like to throw out there. I have surrendered now. I should not think about my twin flame. I should forget about them. So, surrendering goes a long way. It's not that, it's not that you forget about them. It's not that you completely need to quote unquote get over them and eliminate them out of your, out of your social circle and all of that. No, that is not what you're doing when you're surrendering. You are unconditionally loving yourself, but you are also unconditionally loving them no matter what they are doing. So it doesn't matter what they are doing, if they are ignoring you, if they have blocked you, if they have ghosted you, you are still unconditionally loving them, because it doesn't matter what they are doing to you. You still have so much love because it doesn't matter to you. It doesn't matter what they're doing. And it shouldn't matter to you, because you are a strong individual, strong twin flame, and whether or not they do any of those things, they're always going to come back. They're always going to come back, and it's very difficult to understand that and realize that. But each and every one of you listening right now, just know that they will be back. They will be back. And when they come back again, they're going to trigger you some more. And then once they trigger you, they'll disappear again. That's just how it goes. And that's just how it goes. It's all pre-planned. All of this is pre-planned, and you agreed to this. Your soul agreed to this journey, and it can be very painful. It can be very traumatic. It can have its, it can have its most serious ups and downs. But one thing that you should really understand is that you're not alone. You're never alone on this journey. There is always hope. There is always light at the other end of the tunnel. There is always something happening on this journey. And you are always in receiving mode of things. You are always going to be a manifester. You are always going to be a creator of your own reality, because that is what you are. That is what every single individual is listening to this channel, and in general, we are the creators of our own reality. So, and our twin flames are going to be part of that. And that is just facts right there. So I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. I know I have been gone for quite a bit. I've really enjoyed this particular time off. I will be posting some more Twin Flame podcast content. So keep your eyes peeled. And I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Until next time, I'm Aura, and this is Infinite Union.